Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is for education purpose only. This is the case of the Idaho quadruples. May the four victims rest in peace. Condolence to the families, and may the correct justice be served. Welcome to Antalya, Turkey. Beautiful place to be on a vacation. I've been to Turkey a couple of times before, but I've been to Istanbul, Ankara, and other big cities. Never been to Antalya. It's beautiful. Antalya is near the Greek islands. It has a lot of beautiful beaches. And I should be visiting them soon. Well, let me come back to the Idaho quadruples. May the four victims rest in peace. Condolence to the families. May the correct justice be served. In a matter of 2 months or 6 weeks, actually 2 months, it's going to be 2 years since the quadruples took place. What happened on the 13th of November 2022 will always be a mystery. The question is, will we ever find out the truth? What happened that awful night? I find it strange that there are thousands of students in Idaho, Moscow, although it was on a Saturday night. It was the night where the Vandals were playing. It was the college town, his football team that was playing. So what happened that night? The police said it was an awful, quiet night. Was it? We saw a lot of action happening around the band field. The band field, alcohol, minor stop, happened not too far from the girl's house. 2:52 was the last call. Kaylee and Maddie made to Jack D. Was Jack D sleeping? I'm sure it takes a bit for Jack D to get himself home from the corner club to his house that is literally a minute away from 1122 Kings Road. Why didn't Jack Showalter, aka Hoodie Guy, buy himself any food? What was his purpose? Was he just escorting the girls home innocently? Or was he sent to escort the girls home? The front door was left wide open. A neighbor on his way to work, 8:30 in the morning, saw that. And that is before the police were even called, before 911 was called. I'm sure he found it strange because it was a cold winter morning. So why would the front door be left wide open? Why was Kaylee studying from home? Was she scared? Let's not forget that Kaylee had allegedly a stalker. Now, when you have a stalker, you're not going to feel safe being in college, university, work, or wherever. I wonder why Kaylee did not report the stalker issue to the police. Was she scared? Was she warned not to report it to the police? Was she threatened? Or was she scared? Maybe she didn't trust anyone, not even the police. But we would never know, would we? I personally believe that Kaylee was stalked. The manager from the vape shop said clearly that Kaylee had a stalker. Maddie told her that, and the other girls told him that. So why would the vape shop manager need to lie? I wonder who was harassing Kaylee and why. What was actually going on in 1122 Kings Road? Or could the stalker allegedly have something to do with Kaylee's knee job? Why was Kaylee's LinkedIn account logged off 13 hours after 911 was called? That doesn't make any sense. Who has access to Kaylee's phone? Who could have logged off of Kaylee's phone is the question. Who logged off? I'm sure most of us are aware that we can make a huge transaction from a LinkedIn account. Or somebody transferring money, making a transaction from Kaylee's account. Could that be possible? Because this does not make sense. And why is it so hard for Chief Fry and Idaho Moscow police to believe the store owner that Kaylee had a stalker? We know that Kaylee got the most injuries, and that would make sense with the stalker story. Somebody wanted to hurt Kaylee Gonzalez. But why is everything debunked? It was said in the beginning of this Idaho quadruples that the students were gagged. The reason it interests me is this is not said by one person or two people. This has been debunked by the police several times, and this news actually came out from Idaho Moscow itself, from the college students. Why would they believe that Kaylee was gagged? And the other three victims. The victims were not gagged, is what the police repeated. The police repeated it many times. Why did they need to debunk it? Where did people get that assumption that people were gagged? Chief Ike clearly said the surviving roommates are not witness. So when did they become witness? I would love to know, when did DM and BF become witnesses? Where was Xana and E? How come their timelines don't make sense? Were they at home, or were they at the Sigma Chi fraternity party? I believe they were there. I haven't completely ruled out Brian Christopher Koberger from my research. It doesn't make sense for BK to have come the next morning between 9 to 9:15 or 9:20. What was he doing at that area? Did he realize that he lost, or that he forgot his knife sheath? Or was he doing this all on purpose? Did he come back to the house to see if the ambulances and the police were there? Did he want to see what was going on in the house? Or did he come because somebody called him in the house, maybe the surviving roommates, maybe to frame him? Why was BK's phone on flight mode? I've heard that he was driving to YYY Park and that the network is bad there. But then yet again, another red flag. YYY Park was closed at 10 p.m. And those were the COVID times, if it wasn't shut earlier. So is Brian Christopher Koberger lying? Or is he being framed? Make this make sense. Could Brian have loaned his knife and knife sheath to one of the surviving roommates or to one of the victims themselves? But yet again, ANTALYA has said that there's no connection between Brian Christopher Koberger and the victims. But I doubt that Brian Christopher Koberger and the surviving roommates' connection was spoken of. What if he knew Bethany Funk? What if he knew DM? Could he have worked with them? Could he have tried to help them? Could they have lied to him and said that they were scared for their lives, that somebody was coming for them? Was this an inside job? I'm saying this out. I'm saying it out directly today. We can't keep on avoiding the questions that are lying in front of our face. How come the surviving roommates weren't injured? How come it was said allegedly that the surviving roommates were talking to each other, texting each other on the phone? And why did it take 8 hours for the surviving roommates to call the police? And in fact, they called Hunter Johnson before that. What's the 411 between the surviving roommates and Hunter Johnson? Why did they choose to call him? Why didn't they call Ethan's brother directly? Why didn't they call Xana's sister? Why didn't they call Kaylee's brother, older brother, who went to the same school, although he was at home watching football? They didn't call any of them. They decided to call Hunter. So why Hunter? What does Hunter know that we don't know? It's 911's job and the police's job to break down any door. If the surviving roommates could not open the roommate's door, they had the right to call the police. And this is gonna bring a lot of questions if it's true that the surviving roommates were texting each other. This doesn't make sense. Is this a cover-up? Is this an inside job, allegedly? Please let me know. Greetings from Antalya, Turkey. Have a pleasant week, guys. I'd like to thank all my subscribers, viewers, for your patience. I'm still doing a lot of research behind the scene. I've been working a bit on the Jay Slater case too. I found so much there that does not make sense, that is really, really heartbreaking. But this clip is about the Idaho Moscow court. The Idaho Moscow victims. May the rest in peace, condolence to the families, and may the correct justice be served for them, and may the correct justice be served for BK too. He's entitled to the correct justice. Everyone is. We've lost 4 innocent people. Just in case BK is innocent, we don't want to be losing the 5th. Please like, share, subscribe.